Hi guys, Dazzie here with another comic book haul. This time it's episode 161. And this is a very special one for me, guys, because I've picked up one of the biggest books I ever have. And that was a book I picked up last Saturday at a local con. I've got just 10 books to show you guys. 2 of which I forgot to show in a recent haul from Bath. And 8 books, yeah, just 8 that I picked up last Saturday at my local con, which was the Gloucester Comic Con and Gaming Festival of 2022. Before we continue though, guys, because it is worth the wait, this one, if you like what you see, please subscribe, like, share, comment, ding that bell for notifications. It all really helps my low grade productions. Okay, let's get into the books, guys, because that's why you're here. And I won't keep you because I haven't got too many this time around. I'm going to say last time I had 63. Crazy stuff. Okay, the first book that I forgot to show last time round is another copy of Spectacular Spider-Man. This is issue 158, and this is where Spider-Man gains cosmic powers. £2 I've paid for that one in Bath. Can go upwards of £10 on a good day. We know all Spider-Man books are pretty hot. And then I picked this one up because there was a lot of rumour about it at the time that this character was going to appear in Thor Love and Thunder. This is XFactor issue 221. And I paid £2.25 for this one. This is the first appearance of Bastet, a cat god. And Bastet was rumoured for the Thor movie, like I said. So it's the first appearance of Kasha, a Japanese cat demon. The first appearance of Akami, a Japanese wolf demon. The first appearance of Sue Sith, a Japanese demon dog. And its cover appearance of Amet, the crocodile chimera god. Okay, guys, and I think we saw Amet in the Moon Knight show, didn't we? But, you know, that book at one point was upwards of 20 quid. It's settled right down now. It's probably under 10 quid. Okay, let's get into the books from the Gloucester Con. And if you saw my hunting adventures video from there, which I will leave at the end of this video in the link for you to check out just how scarce the books were. I got there, guys, and there was basically 2 people selling books. There was a couple of other stores there with a couple of books here and there. But guys, my heart sank, because you know you look forward to these events, especially when it's a local one. And there was next to nothing for me. Like we all know, guys, Comic Cons are less and less about the comics right now. I was given a flyer there, though, that there is a Cotswold Comic Con happening in Tetbury on the 16th, which is a Sunday. Somebody's going to be going along there with an Amazing Fantasy 15. I think Paul Cornell's going to be there. So I'm going to take some books along at least to get signed. But this small event is the first of its kind, and it's going to be all about comics, so I can't miss that on a Sunday, the 16th. But like I said, the one guy that was there was at the Bath Comic Con, and I had pretty much his best stuff there last time. The other guy runs the comic shop from Bath, so this was basically the same sellers that I had seen in Bath. Very, very disappointing, but I've done okay, and I think you'll agree. Okay, first up, I picked this one up cheap as chips. I think I paid just £1 for it. Another copy of Silk, issue number 1. Now this was a guy who had a box full of 50p books and pounds, and you know, I think a couple of quid was the highest price. First solo series starring Silk, of course, is Cindy Moon, who's actually in the MCU. She is one of Peter Parker's classmates, if you didn't know that. It's also the first appearance of Hector Camares, who later becomes Spectro. Okay, this book, again, upwards of 20 on a good day. You're probably going to pay around about tenner at the moment. And then the other book I picked up from this gentleman, £1.50. It's but only on one staple, but this series means a lot to me. I have My Greatest Adventure issue 80, the first appearance of the Doom Patrol. Now I've got an earlier issue. This is My Greatest Adventure issue 58. Just love these covers. 10 center, £1.50. Beat but complete. Anytime I can pick up a cheap 10 center, they'll stay in the PC. And then the first book I picked up from the con was one of the guys, like I said, over at the Bath Comic Con. I picked up some good stuff from him. Picked up another first appearance of Black Spectre. Picked up my biggest book of that day, which was the first appearance of Bane, amongst others. I remember telling him about this book because he had it in a box behind the counter, and I said, you need to get that one up front because this book's hot at the moment. I keep finding this book. This is probably my 5th copy of this. Oh, another copy of Iron Man issue 219. As you can see on the price sticker, I paid 10 quid for this one. There's the sticker, I haven't took off the bag yet. 10 quid for this one. Of course, Ghost for me was probably the worst MCU villain to date, but the character is returning in the Thunderbolts movie, so a lot of growth still for this book, I believe. That's Iron Man issue 219. Yeah, they gender swapped their character. It was nothing like the ones from the animated shows, though, and I like the animated version better. I've got to be honest. Okay, so the rest of these books come from American Dreams. They came down from Bath. It's a comic shop, obviously, and they've got so many books there. I always have a good chat with the owner of the shop there. Picked up some decent books last time from him. Let's see what I got this time. First up, a modern book, and I don't like paying money for modern books, but I think this one has still a lot of room to grow. I paid 20 quid for this. It was on the wall for £28. Rumor has it that the Punisher is going to be returning to the MCU soon. I picked up Punisher issue 218. Guys, we know the book, the first cameo appearance of Frank Castle in War Machine armor. Would I pay 20 for this normally? Possibly. This book can go upwards of 35 to 40. And like I said, Frank Castle is rumored to be appearing in the Armor Wars show or movie. And this rumor came from the Boston Comic Con, apparently. Yeah, gorgeous regular Clayton Crane cover. First cameo appearance of Frank Castle as War Machine. 219 is the first full. And then I got there and there was a splattering of Silver Age on the wall. And these were some beaters, guys. We're talking probably anywhere 1.0 to 3.0. You know, you're just desperate to spend some money, aren't you, when you go to these kind of places. I mean, I took quite a bit along, hoping to have really splash out and get some good stuff for the PC, basically. Because Silver Age and Bronze Age is where my passion lies. I paid 50 quid for these 3 issues. Worked out at what was that? £16.67, around about that range. First up, I picked up a beater, Strange Tales, issue 127. Second appearance of Dormammu. Second appearance of Clea. I have their first appearance in 126. I like this. This is the first battle of Doctor Strange versus Dormammu. Of course, we got that in the MCU. It's the introduction of the Eye of Agamotto and the first introduction of the Cloak of Levitation. And I picked this book up basically for that because I'm a massive fan of that cloak of Doctor Strange's. Appeared in multiple MCU films. Now, what else we got here is the first appearance of the Mindless Ones team as well. They've appeared in animated form before now. But, you know, I reckon this is probably about a 2.0. But, you know, even a 2.0, I think that's a good price on that book. Because these Strange Tales books, Tales of Suspense, Tales to Astonish, those 3 series are my favourites and they're all rising in price. Then I picked up another Strange Tales book, issue 134. You can see we got problems here, guys. There's a chip out of here. It's on both staples. Great Watcher cover. First mention of Eternity from the MCU. Of course, Thor, Love and Thunder. The final issue featuring Human Torch and the Thing as headliners. It's the 4th appearance of Kang, a variant version of Prime Kang in this book. In this kind of range, it's probably about a 2.5 to 3.0. Yeah, I think I've still made money there. I think if I was ever to offload this one. I've seen rattier ones on eBay go for more. And then I had to pick this one up. I love the character in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. TV show. Again, we got a bit of writing on the front cover. But, you know, this book in this kind of range, minimum 25 quid on eBay right now. I picked up Tales to Astonish, issue 61. And this is the first appearance of Major Talbot, Glenn Talbot. He actually appeared in the first Hulk movie starring Eric Bana, I think from 2003. But like I said, I like the character from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And we got right in there, look. What does that say? Lind. Tales to Astonish, issue 61. Now, they had the first... I should have gone for it quickly, but I met this other guy. He's a collector. I've seen him. We've chatted. And I think his name's Martin. Decent guy. He was telling me about some of the great deals he's had and I've had over the years. They had a coverless first leader there. I was probably going to offer 10 to 15 for it. He offered 20 quid. And fair play, he took the first leader. But like I said, there were 2 massive books on the wall. 2 massive books. And I had money to spend and I wanted a good book in this book. Now, the 2 books. The first of them was the first appearance of Sabretooth. And I think they had a whopping price of 540 quid on that one. High grade, but I'm not paying that for effectively a Copper Age book. Well, maybe bronze, but yeah, way out of my price range. And then they had another massive key there. 480 was on the price. And I looked at this book and I liked the cover. The cover sung out to me. This is a character I love. You know, I'd never spent more than a couple of hundred. So I thought to myself, if this is around, if this is the kind of grade I think it is, I probably would have gone up to about 400, give or take. But I examined the book. I phoned the wife. I said I might pull the trigger on this beast of a book. You know, I was nervous. But as I opened it, I noticed there was a little bit of tape. Now, this book is on 1 staple, barely. It's got a little bit of tape just on the... now, I can't explain it, but, you know, there is a little tear, which I'll show you in a minute. And they put a bit of tape on the front cover and on the back cover when I don't think it's needed. And that's the problem for me. If I got this graded, without it being graded, I think it could be a 2 to a 2.5. With the tape, I don't know if you get the purple label or green label, whatever it is. But yeah, great book. So I said to him, I can't give you, sorry mate, I can't give you that money, 480. He's... it's on 1 staple. It's got a tear, and he said, "Well, what would you make an offer?" I said, "Well, it wouldn't be nowhere near that, nowhere near." And then I said, 300. He goes, "Okay, 300." I went, "Ooh." But then I examined further, and like I said, the fact that it was on 1 staple and there's a little bit of tape on the book, I said, "I'm sorry, I can't." You know. And I probably would have, push come to a shove. He said, "Well, what are you thinking?" I said, "I can't give you 300, mate." I said, "The best I would do, best I would do would be 200. 200. Okay, give me 200. Oh, what? So we've gone from 480 to 300 to 200, and that is the price that I ended up on. I snapped him off at that price because I've seen rattier copies than this go for crazy money. Oh, it's a big character, guys. He's going to be getting a movie soon. What did I pay for £200? Da 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 da! Amazing Spider-Man. Issue 15, can you believe it? The first appearance of Craven the Hunter, Sergei Kravinoff, who's going to be played by Aaron Taylor Johnson. In the Sonyverse, we got the second appearance of Chameleon, Dmitry Smerdakova Kravinoff. And in this issue, we have the first mention of Mary Jane Watson, although she won't visually appear until Amazing Spider-Man issue 25. So look at this. And this front cover, guys, we got a little bit of tape down there. Again, not needed. Just on the top staple. I've read it. It was a fantastic read. I've cleaned it up. So now it is just a case of eventually getting it graded. I'm guessing it will be purple or green with that bit of tape. Now that tear I told you about, guys, there's a little bit of tape around here. Now this tear, which is about that long, goes all the way through the book. And there's tape on the front cover and the back cover. Just a little bit of tape there. Again, I don't think it's needed. I would have just preferred it without the tape. But there we go, guys. That's it. That's my biggest purchase of the year. That is a wrap. $10. Around about 17 minutes worth there for you guys. I hope you enjoyed that book, because I certainly did myself. Thanks for your support. Bye for now.